There we go. We're back in business. All right. Member Alfonso? Member Bransky? Here. Member Cap?
Here.
Member O'Brien?
Here.
Member Johnson? Member Castaneda?
Here.
Chair Zuniga.
Here.
There is a quorum.
I have one announcement to make before we start. I don't know if you knew George Mitchell from Mitchell's Candies and Ice Cream. He passed away on last Saturday. Oh, he was buried this morning. A long time homeward businessman. Okay, we have our minutes to approve from our last meeting. Are there any changes, corrections, additions, subtractions?
I have a question on page 4. And I don't want to take up time of this meeting, but I think I would like to come back to it for clarification. In the middle of the page, Chair Pro Tem asked staff why they were listed, meaning the standards represented as facts. To me, they are two different things. Standards are standards. Facts are facts. You can't take standards and list them as facts for recommendations. And they shouldn't inform the recommendation. In today's vernacular, that would be like influencing. So I'd like to discuss that at another time.
Good.
I have no other items.
Okay. Anybody else? No? I get a motion to approve.
So move.
Member O'Brien,
I'll second it.
member Cat.
Member Bransky?
Yes.
Member Cap?
Yes.
Member O'Brien?
Yes.
Member Castaneda? Chair Zuniga.
Yes. I abstain, I was not here, so.
Okay, then we'll have to bring those minutes back at the next meeting.
Okay, I have one case, case number 2507, a site plan review for Tequila Ray's Restaurant, 18136 Dixie Highway. And do we have the representatives here for that case? I'd ask you to come up to the podium. You're gonna swear you in.
Anyone who speaks.
Okay, all testimony is taken under oath. You can bring them along. Whoever's gonna speak, come up all at the same time. Okay, could you state your name and address, please?
My name is Jose Rafael, and my name is, my address is 622 High Road, Glen Ellyn, Illinois.
Okay, and you swear the testimony you're gonna give is going to be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God,
Yes.
okay? So you've got a request to, put a restaurant at 18136 Dixie Highway. Legal notice was not required because it's a site plan, you know? And you've been provided with a bunch of information. I'm gonna let you start by telling us in your own words what you want to do there.
So we are going to be building a new restaurant. And it's going to be a Mexican restaurant. We are trying to do like an authentic Mexican food restaurant. It's going to be like a not fast food restaurant. It's going to be more like a sitting. It's going to have a patio, and it's about it.
Okay. Mr. Noah, there's one correction on the information you passed out. It says south line of Croner Lane. That's not Croner Lane, That's Hickory Road.
Correct.
Okay, so you went before the appearance commission already, and they had some comments.
Yes,
Have you come up with any answers for them?
yes, actually, we address all the comments that they suggest, and we send the drawings this afternoon, like maybe like around 3 or 4 with all the comments addressed. That was I can tell you which were the changes that we did. We moved the planted island next to the garbage enclosure. We did some planters in the fence. Where is the patio?
Okay,
We add the green areas that they were asking, and we relocate the other ones green. So
and they also had a question about the color of the
we changed
the
the color.
building itself.
We changed the color of the building to gray. We did some 3Ds, and
To gray.
I don't know if we can share.
Yeah, I can pull that up.
Okay. So and we can go over the comments, but we address all the comments.
The original color was black and the execution requested it was charcoal gray. It's hard to see.
It's very hard to see. It's gonna be hard to differentiate charcoal from black on the
Black,
screen, but
yes.
we'll do the best we can. Yep, we'll close the blinds.
People should- First one. Oh, still not easy to see.
Oh, but it'll get you closer. I don't know if the TV is on yet either. Oh, it isn't. I have accidentally turned it back off. Did not tell you why that just turned on.
That looked like the same color that we had on our sheet.
It's hard to differentiate on the screen here. But the color will be more of a charcoal gray than a black.
Is this one in our packets, the same color rendering, those the same?
No, so there'll be new color renderings that are slightly changed again, just to demonstrate a softer color. I was going to print copies that had the softer color in it, but we do not have any.
Wait,
toner
these
that-
aren't these aren't new, right, right?
No, that's the other one.
That's
Good
the-
thing it looks like black. Yeah, both black.
Future,
Yeah,
need these slightly earlier.
those are the old ones.
I don't know. Maybe one mistake, I just said it. I would have.
I'll need to pull them up from my email directly, which I don't. Doing on a Zoom recording. Yeah, I can't access my email from them, because I have to log in with my phone upstairs. Angela, are you able to log in
Yeah.
on your email here? Alright, great.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Great.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. All right, let's see where it is. Just came in tonight, right? Did you send them? You sent them in right before we started. Okay. So we're looking for that one. Isn't. It's not this one, is it? 201. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, so that color does look lighter. Than what we had previously seen.
Yeah, before it was black, and now gray, and that, I mean,
So. You'd rather see black.
Or the dark brown.
So which picture are we looking at?
All of them, these are different sides of it. This is looking from the west, so this is the
This is their,
South side.
this is their new gray?
yeah, this is the new gray. This is the front corner. So the
Northeast.
yeah, from Dixie and Hickory. And then this is the other side. That's the parking lot side. North side.
And that is gonna be the brown show's gonna be like. Oh, what color would you call that?
The orange in the plan, right?
black, orange. No, it's brown, it's like a wood material, like a siding, metal siding.
It's on the packet that it was orange. Orange, that's what it was described.
Is that the color that said those?
Because we keep the same color.
Yeah.
The brown is the same color of the thing. As well.
Yes, fiber, the next
Fiber
fiber they're proposed to this color is orange. Age 11.
Remember Castaneda, since you've already started, you want to continue with any questions you may have?
I mean, I'd be interested to hear from you all. I mean, I read through the memo, the past engineering review, saw the Appearance Commission weighed in on a bunch of things and. If the engineering review and everything, it looks like parking is allowable at 29 spaces, and so, you know. At a broad, high level, it looks like it will be a nice building. Curious to hear what you all have to say, but those are the only questions I had for right now.
Member O'Brien?
The name is what?
I just want to clarify on page 7, it indicates that there's 40 feet of frontage along Dixie Highway. And if I'm reading the drawing right, there's 150. Is that correct?
The building has 40 feet of frontage, along Dixie Highway. It's describing the building on page 7.
I think
So it's a reference to the building alone?
Correct. The 6,000 square foot building will be located with approximately 40 feet of frontage along Dixie Highway.
Okay. There is no mention anywhere that I could find what the lot size is. Either the old Savoya's lot or the park lot, or the total of the two. So that we don't have a statement as to what the restaurant lot size ultimately will be.
I think both lots are. Were sold to our plan. So the was 2 lots plus the garden.
150 feet.
So they're already consolidated?
150 by 169. Correct.
So yes, technically they bought the 3 lots, right? Angela? Yes, they bought the 2 lots and the park.
And they're already consolidated into
Yes.
one lot?
These lots, the applicant
Was there a subdivision?
has a new
There was a subdivision.
consolidation, subdivision.
Oh.
They were consolidated like to the plan
Right.
for the sale.
Okay. Page 8, how many employees will you have?
So I think it's going to be employees or and people or just employees? Employees are going to be, it's going to be around 14 or 16 employees.
14 or 16?
Yes. So we're talking about waitress and chef and cookers and everything, yeah, 16 around.
Your hours of operation will be,
It's going to be, which are, I guess, 8 to 10. 8 to 10,
8 to 10.
yes.
Is that 7 days a week or what days?
Monday to Friday and Saturday and Sunday is a little bit longer, right?
So 8 to 10, Monday through Friday,
Yes,
Saturday and Sundays, what?
8 to. No,
Friday and Sunday, 8 to 11.
Sunday is 8 to 8. He's the owner.
Okay, what was Friday?
Friday, 8 to 11.
8 to 11.
Yes.
So Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10. And then Friday, Saturday and Sunday,
Friday and Sunday, 8 to 11.
Eight.
Sunday, 8 to 8. 81.
Saturday was what?
Thursday, 8 to 11.
8 to 11.
8 to 11
Yes, and
also?
Sunday, 8 to 8.
And what about Sunday?
Sunday, 8 to 8. 8 AM to 8 PM.
8 PM.
Yes.
My question is with regards to the requirement for the allowance that's stated on the drawings of 2 places for employees. Employee parking only, 2 places.
Yes, the reason why we did that is because those are in front of the gate that they use for receiving items. So if we designate those 2 spaces and a truck is stopping by and dropping something, the employees can move the cars and the truck can park and don't load whatever merchandise that they need to unload.
Thank you. I appreciate your answer. I should have stated it was being directed to the staff. If there are 16 employees and a requirement of 30 for the calculation of the restaurant, that's 46 spaces, really, in reality. And if you're considering 30 minus the 1 that can be waived, why is there a designation? I do not recall a designation like this, correct me if I'm wrong, on Maple Tree Inn, on the brewery. The casino on the north side has designated employee parking that was factored in. But on an ordinary restaurant that we've had, Blueberry Hill, for example, any of them, am I missing something?
They've chosen to, it's not required that they designate employee parking, but they have chosen to designate employee parking. Part of the reason is 2 of those spaces are going to be, for delivery. So they don't want customers to block the spaces. But it's not a requirement.
Not a requirement.
Yeah.
Okay. Page 14. There is this is within the recommended conditions. Item C, new elm species. That's not part of the arborist's list on page 10. So is there an approval by the arborist for the new elm species so that we could move forward on that?
Referring to item two, did you say?
I'm sorry?
You're talking about item two, landscape materials?
No,
It's another
I'm
species.
talking about, on page 14, I'm talking about at the top, item C on the top.
Revised list of.
And on
That
page,
includes largely the same things, so.
Yeah.
But
it
you just didn't
would
include
be
it, I
a
just took Brian's notes on the second one.
About
Just be.
a third of the way down. The village arborist has reviewed all landscape plans and recommended replacement of the proposed plant palette with the following materials. And 3 are listed. But 5 are listed on the conditions. The new elm species, for example, is not. I'm just trying to make sure that the arborist has approved everything that we're gonna be approving,
Yeah,
on
that's
the
a good
conditions.
catch.
Yep.
That's a good catch.
but there's
Yep.
no statement to that.
So what happened here was just that the arborist has looked at this on multiple occasions. The list that's on page 10 is the newer list. It includes most of the same species as the list on 14. But has a little bit more detail. We should just incorporate the list on page 14. Or on page 10 rather, and remove the new elm species from page 14.
Oh, okay, so page 10 is the new.
Just take all of them on page 10. We should just include that as the language for a condition then.
Okay, as long as there's an approval on record.
So we'll take that.
That's taken directly from the village arborist. I apologize for the confusion.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't the conditions include a number 7? And that would be to identify the permit approval for the Illinois Department of Transportation for the driveway modification.
Oh, yeah,
It's not included in the conditions.
okay, we can include that.
You have the other one, which is the Metropolitan Water Reclamation permit that's required, but you don't have the IDOT, the driveway modification permit.
Okay, we will add that.
I don't have any others at this point.
Member Kathy?
Good evening.
So,
To piggyback on what Bill was just saying, I did have a conversation with the village engineer today. And I thought we have a formal policy that for any new construction within our downtown area, we pay special attention to stormwater storage, capturing the runoff from the rain. We had a pretty heavy rainstorm here the other day. Gives you a good example of how things can flood kind of quickly. But the idea is that for a new parking lot like this, a new parking lot restaurant, the applicant is required to provide some sort of stormwater storage, maybe oversizing the storm sewers in your parking lot to accomplish that. And that isn't necessarily reflected in in this report. It's implied. But do you agree to comply with what the village engineer would ask of you in this regard?
think that will be hard to comply. Or it's going to be a little expensive to comply with. And we are trying in our design to do not affect the permeable area that we have. Because right now we have the parking that is not permeable, and we have the area that is the park, right? So where the park is, we are doing just the patio, and the patio is going to be just like a permeable pavers. So we are not changing, or we are trying to not change the permeable area that we have as an existing, and all the area that is not permeable is where it's going to be the parking and the build.
Well, I understand that, but what used to be here was a gravel parking lot. You're putting asphalt. What used to be there was a building that was a little bit smaller than yours, so you're increasing what they call the impervious surfaces. You're making it more likely that it's complete runoff. I understand the concept of permeable pavers and that, I get it, but all I'm saying is that starting with the Hartford building and the new brewery, both of those buildings were required to provide some sort of subsurface storage. And it could be as simple as oversizing the storm sewer in your parking lot and allowing the water to collect and be stored there during a rain, just to go through the motion to give the gesture of trying to do that.
Yeah. If we need to oversize the pipes, we can do it, but it's just like. I just hope that do not ask for a completely retention,
Well, no, it's not, that's the
It's a-
point.
Yes, because like oversize the pipe, yeah, we can do it, if we need like a 6 inches, we can provide like 36 inches in a main line and just like a reduction of 8, that will be not a problem. But if they, my concern is like if they ask for like a whole retention, that will be pricey,
Well, of course it would be, and you really don't have the space, and we're not really asking you to do that.
Okay.
I get it, I understand. but-
Oversize the pipe. is not a
Oversight, I
problem.
mean, but it's easily like the Hartford building, you look at it and the applicant had a little bit of pushback.
No, we,
In a conversation like this, and really, it's as simple as,
yes, oversize, we don't have any issue. If, for example, if I have 100, I have 100 linear foot of piping of 8 inches, let's say. And if I need to replace it for 136 inches, I will do it.
Yeah.
Or we will do it.
well, you might not have the cover, to get 36, so I'm not,
No, but it's just like an example, we will do it.
well,
That will-
that's all we're asking for.
No,
Very
we
good.
will do it for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have any.
Just to provide a quick staff comment on that, that's the purpose of condition number 5. It's the permit, the MWRD determination letter.
Well, see, I would politely disagree with you. The MWRD has a different set of concerns and purposes, let's say, and this, for instance, and I'm not saying it is, but the size of this property might fall below their threshold for requiring something. And my point is that I thought we had a policy of any new projects going forward that we would require this. For example, if I'm not mistaken, the Hartford building, its small postage stamp size footprint was below the threshold that would have required the MWRD to insist on some sort of storage, but we required it anyway. And that's what I'm saying here. It isn't our purview to review the calculations for the MWRD, and I'm saying even if they get a pass from the sanitary district with regard to storage, we're asking, or I am suggesting that we ask for it anyway.
Good.
Okay.
Understood. Yep, understood.
Okay,
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
great, thank you.
thank you.
When the village engineer asked for that anyway?
Yeah, well, that's, I did have a conversation with Max today on something else, but this came up and. Yeah, so like, for instance, just the example that we're using, the Hartford building, the storm sewer is kind of shallow, blah, blah, blah. Instead of a 10-inch, they put in a 12 or a 15-inch pipe, and that was,
Yeah,
what we're
so-
talking about.
Absolutely. No, if that is the case, we don't have any issue with that.
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, to the credit of the Homewood Brewery, the way they did it, and because the parking lot ended up being lower than the invert of the storm sewer receiving all this, they had to put a lift station in, which got to be very expensive. We're not asking that here. I want to make it clear.
That's good. Yeah, because I will.
And you said, oh, if we need an 8-inch, we're willing to go to 36-inch. I don't think 30, I mean, that would be great, but I don't think you're gonna have the cover to do that.
my comment is because I know retention is expensive and it's.
Of course it is.
To change the pipe and then maybe exaggerate, but change the pipe size is not a problem. We can do it.
Sure.
So,
But flooding's expensive too,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
but thank you.
Thank you.
Addressed my concern.
Anything else, Mr. Kent?
No.
Mr. Bransky?
I just want to get clarification from staff on these recommended conditions that start on page 13. You continue on to 14. I just want to clarify to make sure I understand that these are recommended conditions based on the submitted site plan review. I'm sorry, I'm going back up to the Parents Commission decision, I'm sorry, starting on page 12. So it says that they came up with these conditions, and on 13, it says that village staff recommends the following changes as conditions for approval. And then basically relist them. Starting at the bottom of page 13 and going on to page 14. So my question is conditions for approval by whom? Meaning the village board when this goes to the board, or condition for approval from us?
So the conditions under recommended conditions are for you. There are some overlaps where there's overlaps in the purview of with the site plan review, I guess with the Planning and Zoning Commission to do site plan review. Again, some of them are different, like the MWRD letter, the sign agreement, things like that, because those are more directly in the site plan reviews purview. Some of these are just reiterated from to kind of solidify them through the site plan review process. That's how I would say that.
Okay, so that leads to part 2 of my question, and that is, of these 6, now actually 7 items, when you include the IDOT driveway approval. I take it these are in various phases of completion. These are not all in place. All 7 of these items. They're not all procured.
No,
Okay, so if we're supposed to give approval, are we're just approving the condition, or we're approving that, yep, they've met these conditions?
you're approving the conditions, you're approving the site plan. If they meet these conditions.
Okay. Just want to clarify, the way it was written could lead you to believe one way or the other. So we would be adding, just to clarify, we would be adding an item 7 for the IDOT driveway approval, which appeared further up in the materials, page, forget. On middle of page 10, and then we would be modifying the tree species list from the arborist to be per page, what was listed on page 10. So those are the changes we would want to make if when we go to vote, correct?
Correct.
Just getting that set up the next time. That's all I have. Just wanted to make sure that I like the concept. I think you guys did a good job of working with the site and working with the village's concerns. So appreciate that for sure. Look forward to seeing the project move forward. That's all I have.
What is the building going to be constructed of?
It's going to be brick and metal frame,
Brick?
and metal frame. No combustible.
Metal frame.
Metal frame and brick,
Okay.
Steel.
still.
Your main entrance is going to be on Dixie Highway.
Yes.
correct?
Dixie Highway.
And one of these pictures showed the. You can't, it's the bottom picture on the right.
So this is the main entrance. This is
They'll go up one more,
Dixie Highway,
up a little higher. Okay, right there.
yes.
That's
Now, in this picture,
Mhm.
shows an overhead door
Just
and
like a door for like the employees. like a man door.
Okay, is that overhead door gonna be on Hickory?
No, that is facing the parking lot.
That's facing the parking.
Yes. So Hickory view is this one, sorry. This view is Hickory.
Okay, so on Hickory Road, what are we gonna be looking at?
This view. Right,
The outdoor
Yeah.
patio.
outdoor patio.
Okay, then you're gonna have your what your patio area is going to be out there.
Yes, it's going to be right here in the patio. You see where the fence is and the planters?
Right,
So all this is going to be the patio, outdoor patio.
so that will be the patio.
Yes, exactly.
And you're going to have in the parking lot, you're gonna have an overhead door back here for deliveries.
Yes,
That
that is
correct?
correct. It's correct, sir.
Okay. So the only way in is going to be from Dixie Highway. Now, from the end, how do you get to the patio from the interior?
I think you have the page A200. You have one page that shows the floor plan. I think is that. Maybe
Fred, it's the bottom drawing on your pile there. You go look at the big book version, right there. There you go.
Okay, so that's how you're gonna get out to the patio. Okay.
Yeah, so we have multiple doors going to the patio. So we have this is the doors going to the patio. And these are going to be like a windows open from the patio to the inside.
And how many employees are you gonna have working at one time?
We thinking 16.
16
16.
per shift.
16 people working at one time.
Yep.
And you have 4 parking places designated for them.
Yes. 4. It's 4. 2 in
You know, they have 2 on the same spot.
keeping and 2 in the wing.
And there's those 2, and then there's 2 down here.
Oh, I see, okay.
The truck can do a
So
three-point
that's
turn. to
taken
get in
away
there.
from them 29.
That way the truck can do a 3-point turnaround and get in
Correct,
that
it
dock.
was a choice to just ensure that it wasn't customers who were affected if there was an delivery at an abnormal time.
So where are the rest of the employees in the park? You're gonna have 16 people working at one time. You have 4 parking places designated for employees. Okay. So where's the other 12 gonna park?
I think the reason why we just specify 4 specific parking spaces for employees is just for the fact that those 4 parking spaces needs to be open when a delivery truck stop by, you know? So that's why it's more like we must to have those 4 parking spaces for the employees only. But the employees can use another parking space.
Okay, but where are the other 12 gonna park?
I don't think that everybody is going to be driving, right?
That was
Sure.
my initial question.
Sure.
It's a requirement of 30 and you have 16 employees, that's 46.
No,
It would require a variance, but it's not.
there are 30 parking spaces required. The applicant is not required at any time to provide employee parking. The reason why they've chosen to make 4 parking spaces for employees is to ensure that it is not customers who are affected by any deliveries coming in and out of the building. It's to ensure truck motions can turn freely. The employees can park in any space on site, off site if they so choose. But they have only designated those spots specifically so that deliveries do not impact any customers at any time.
So it's
But
less,
again, you have to account. You've got 16 people working, you got 4 spots designated. Where are these other 12 people gonna park?
And
those spaces are less about the employees and more about not allowing customers to park there.
But I,
And so the employees can park in customers. The other spaces are open, they're not designated for anyone. Customers or employees.
I understand they're not designated, but
but you should,
you've got 12, and conceivably these 12 additional employees are all gonna drive by themselves.
And that's for any
So
restaurant.
you've got 12 additional cars you gotta park some. My question is where?
but I don't, sorry if maybe I'm wrong, but when you calculate the parking spaces base, you don't see it as each person or each employee drive their own car. You get a percentage. I don't have it on top of my mind, but not because 16 workers are working on the restaurant means like you need to provide 16 parking spaces for the employees. I don't remember exactly the rule. I need to check. The other one is like, I think the business, some of the employees are going to be local. Maybe they even don't drive to work, you know? So I think that there are multiple factors that you don't need to provide 16 parking spaces for the employees, if I am not wrong.
It's based on square footage.
Yes, it's square footage and it's about it, you know?
Yeah, the code only requires that they would, by square foot, they don't require employee parking.
I realize that,
Yeah.
but in reality, where the hell are these people gonna park?
But it's hard.
You know, you've got the beautiful new building here on the corner. The people that work in there, they don't provide parking. They're parking all the way over in the village parking lot on Corona.
Well, there's a village parking lot directly across the street from this property.
They can encourage their employees to park. And leave those spaces open for customers.
That would be the best.
Just to encourage the
Well, yeah, I
employees.
realize that, but
That would
I
be the
don't
best.
know how the employees are.
The employees who park on the street or in the public parking across the street, would be a good thing to encourage them.
Mhm.
Like,
Is there currently parking allowed on?
we
Is
just,
there a time limit?
Yeah. There's also a parking lot, a public parking lot directly across the street. Okay.
How many spaces is that?
35.
roughly 35.
But that's in competition, of course, for fifth quarter and
The Chinese restaurant?
right.
Yeah.
Yes, just mentioned maybe
No, they
negotiating
weren't.
with the church, maybe coming to some sort of agreement, church parking.
Sure, but
being
Where you could park how many cars across the street in the public lot?
we can get you an exact number. I believe it's roughly 35, but we're looking up an exact number for you.
Our hours are gonna be from 8 in the morning until 11 at night.
We're having the same old discussion of the multi-use of street and limited parking problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the place for. This is parking for this, but this is. This takes the overflow of this, which goes up quick. With everything from fifth quarter, you guys.
Okay, you're gonna have 16 people working at a time,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
How many shifts
Also,
are you going to have with the employees?
I think two, right?
There,
Just two.
somewhere.
Oh,
Two.
here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you have 16 people working from
8 to 3,
8 until 2 or 3, and then,
or here.
3 to 8, or 3 to
and
11.
then the other 16 will come in at 2 or 3 and work until close.
Yes,
Kroner,
exactly.
right there. Yeah. I designed. Stormwater storm. We put in 5 foot diameter. No. that was-
I'm trying to think right across the street from there is. Well, there's an office building. That has a, well, in fact, Chris Cummings' office is in that one, directly across the street. And then behind where. Well, Bannon's carpet used to be. Is a public lot, I think.
There's a public lot at Kroner and Harwood. Across the street from a property that's well known to
There's
you.
another one on Dixie. Across from the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah,
And I think part of it goes back behind
it does, yes.
whatever, I don't even know what's on the corner. of it.
Massage and there's a tax place and some spas.
Okay, right, okay. I don't think there's 35 houses in there. I don't know, anybody else have any other?
So there are 51 public parking spaces across the street.
That includes right next to Melody Mart.
Yes.
Okay.
I
If
think we,
approved, when would you plan on starting construction?
As soon we get the permit, we will start maybe like in a month.
Okay, now we're approving the site plans, correct? Are we gonna see this? When they get their other drawings and stuff, are we gonna see them again?
No, this is the only approvals that are required is site plan approval.
The building division receives a copy of the conditions that are required, and they're required to factor that into the when we go in and approve plans. We also, as staff, will see the drawings again when building permits are approved, because anything that touches zoning comes back to us, so we can also verify that those conditions are met.
Anybody else have any other questions, comments?
I'd like to clarify something, so.
No.
And I apologize for not doing it earlier. The size of this parcel is 0.58 acres. And if I'm not mistaken, the threshold for where MWRD requirements for on-site storage are either 1 acre or I think it's 2 acres. So that's my point. We're flying under the radar here, and the MWRD might issue a letter, no special storage required, but I think under the circumstances here, it's better that we require it, and the applicant already
Yeah.
agreed to that.
But yeah.
I think in the memo, it states that village, building department, building inspector would require a utility plan. So that's where he
Right,
would, that's
right.
where he would ask for that if
Right.
required.
And I know Max has already, the village engineer has already required a list of drawings and talked with the applicant directly
Right.
for the building permit process, so they're aware of those requirements of what they'll need to see and look at for different calculations and drawings they'll need.
So I'd like to make another comment about the parking. I mean, this is I don't think we have to justify our scrutiny here of parking. It is what it is. It's the most critical resource, I think, in downtown Homewood. But I would use the example of Brady's Grill. On Harwood, it does pretty good business, certainly, and their parking is practically non-existent. And
Well, they've got parking on both sides of the road.
right, and they have an agreement with the office building to the south
Yeah.
for maybe a half a dozen, but my point is. I occasionally meet some people there for meetings once a week, and my point is, I am amazed. At how many of the staff, the wait staff especially, they walk to work, you know, so they live in Homewood. One guy, lives, I think, Flossmoor, somewhere south, so he takes the train, for heaven's sake, so. I'm not trying to, by any means, make it seem like I'm oblivious to the concerns here for the adequacy of parking. It's just that, because of the location, there might be some mitigating factors, you know, in this particular case, and I'm using Grady's Grill. It's just, it astonishes me how, you know, you see the people walking from the train or walking from the neighborhood. So the cooks, however, they drive, you know, they're special, so.
Yeah, I think so. Not everybody must drive, you know,
Right.
you can find a lot of people.
Well, they probably come from a farther distance, that's
Yeah.
fine. But
Yeah, that's true.
I have a question regarding the ADA parking. There's no indication in that paragraph with regards to access to the front door. No mention of ramping or anything. How is that going to be treated?
As if you see the site plan, you have the ADA spaces and you have the ramp to go to the sidewalk, and the sidewalk is the same elevation that the main entrance. If you see the site plan,
Sidewalk is the same elevation as,
the entrance. So the parking is 6 inches below of the sidewalk, and the main entrance is the same level that the. Yes, so it's a ADA.
That would all have to be
Accessibility.
approved
Yes.
anyway, before they allow construction.
well, I understand that, but it wasn't that way with the brewery. If you take a look at the brewery in the front, there's no ramp. And I was out there that day and they were lifting wheelchairs up at that special event that they had. They would pull up to the front of the brewery, he lifts the wheelchair up to go on the sidewalk to the front.
That's because they were using that side street, whatever the name of it is, right?
So,
Miller Court,
So you
Yeah,
see-
using that as their main entrance.
so
Right,
we,
that is their main entrance, but there's no ramp.
I know.
Yeah,
so you see, so we have the ADA parking spaces. So from here to here, we have the ADA ramp that go to the same level that the sidewalk. And the sidewalk is going to be at the same, the main entrance is going to be at the same level that the sidewalk. So we will not have the issue with the
Okay.
wheelchairs.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Are we ready to entertain a motion?
Yep.
Right, I will then ask if someone would like to entertain a motion. For case number 2507, a site plan review for Tequila Ray's Restaurant at 18136 Dixie Highway.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion. So, once again, to approve case 25-07, site plan review for Tequila Raises Restaurant at 18136 Dixie Highway, as proposed in the drawing submitted by Joy Elizabeth DeWitt and Jose Rafael Ponce Mesa. Do we want to incorporate the revision level of what was revised today, submitted today?
Yes.
So including revised drawings that were received by the village, on today's date, 14th. I'll let you, make notation materials as to what those drawing numbers were. In the rev level, if it's noted. Subject to the approval conditions recommended by staff in the recommended conditions section of this memorandum with the following modifications. I'm gonna add an item 7, which brings down the IDOT driveway approval from page 10. And we're going to replace the listed tree species from item 2, landscape materials, that are noted at the top of page 14 with the lists that are noted on page 10, as we've been advised that those are the correct. Those are, well, that is in there in item 5.
What about
So
page 13, there are conditions on there.
well, the conditions that are noted in items 1 through 9 are kind of tackled in one statement of item 1 of the recommended conditions. So they're in there.
Okay.
But I, however, would like to emphasize that they could comply with that, receiving that MWRD letter. And yet they would not be required to provide, make the attempt to provide stormwater storage. So I would. Whether we
It does say a permanent determination, so it doesn't necessarily say that it's gonna request it. Like you said, they might be under the radar and the letter might just say, oh yeah, you're under the radar, nothing, no action required, right? Is that kind of your point?
yes. So that's what I'm suggesting is that we
Oversights.
just make some sort of acknowledgement that the village engineer will have a recommendation on some form of stormwater storage regardless of what the MWRD says. So however we incorporate that.
That will be the oversights.
Yeah,
Okay.
whether we call it supplemental stormwater storage as determined by the village engineer. Maybe that's simple enough. And we're not looking for, I mean,
Yep.
that's what we're talking about.
No retention.
Oversizing.
Yep. I got it. And we are agree with that. No problem.
Mr. Bransky, that's all right with you?
Yeah, I don't know how staff wants to word that.
Just to clarify, is that a formal condition?
I'm asking that it would be. If it doesn't have everybody's approval, that's a separate
Well,
or
would it
concurrence.
be fair to say that item 5 maybe becomes that stormwater drainage will be addressed either by an NWRD determination letter or input from village engineer,
Okay, that's a good way
I think
to
it's what
say
you're
it.
looking for.
Yep, yes,
one or the other.
you simplified it, so good job, thank you. I'd be comfortable with that.
Well, that would be item 5, modified to say stormwater drainage to be addressed by either NWRD determination letter or village engineer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good job.
I'll second that. Okay, we have a motion by member Bransky, a second by member O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Member Bransky,
Yes.
member Cap,
Yes,
member O'Brien,
Yes.
member Castaneda,
Yes.
Chair Suzega.
Yes.
I just want to add that the toning down from black to the brown of the brick and the sign of orange. Does anybody remember that the old Dominick's was brown, orange, and white, and so was Jewel? They were born out of the Lucia color test. Those colors are most conducive to food.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
You remember that, don't know how you say that.
Yeah.
That's good. We didn't know too.
Also.
Yes, absolutely.
I said they probably.
The youngest member of your team did a fantastic job of lasting through the meeting, better than many other people have done in the audience, so, at previous meetings.
I think so. He's good. Thank
Well,
you.
good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Say about this, so there's a new last week.
Bye. Hey, Dad, I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else for us?
Yeah. No meeting next,
We're gonna have a meeting in 2 weeks?
no.
Not as it stands right now.
No?
Oh, I thought you sent your email to me.
Yeah,
We noticed for an item that applicant is not available on that meeting date and has given the okay to just wait 2 more weeks to the September 11 meeting.
So we good for you?
And we'll just publicly post that at the applicant's request, that'll be continued to September 11th, so we don't need to get together just to vote to continue it.
All right. Thank you all.
We do.
Thank you.
So there's this, yes, it's called.
Yes.
You need to review it.
So we have a
roll call.
Motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn. Second.
Third.
First by.
Castaneda, O'Brien.
Right, I guess, all those in favor.
Yes.
say
I.
aye.
So there's this new fence thing. Couldn't-
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Crazy. Whatever left over.
I know. I had to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the Zoom meeting?
Yeah,
Charlie's or
so,
something.
yeah, it is an eclectic page.
It was like.
Till next time. Yes, sir.
In the
There
context,
it is.
yeah,
From downtown Chicago.
what he's, yeah.